Yeah.
I've always wanted to know where we came from. We knew we came from what was known as the Cherokee Nation, which is now North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Tennessee, Alabama. That was what the Cherokee Nation was. Now it's just a small reservation in Cherokee, North Carolina. So I wanted to find out exactly where our homestead was. But my father is an old speaker, which means his first language was Cherokee. And he didn't learn English until he was forcibly removed to a boarding school where Cherokee was basically beaten out of him. And so the fact that he's retained so much of his language and culture is, a huge deal. And because he's an old speaker and that's his first language, I knew that he'd be able to speak to the elders in North Carolina. And it was very important to me that I have like an on-hand cultural consultant. I walked the Trail of Tears with my father, as much of it as we could, the northern route. It's 990 miles from Cherokee, North Carolina to Oklahoma. I honestly went kind of kicking and screaming into it. When I thought of the idea, I wanted it to be about the people I met along the way. I didn't want it to be a personal story. I certainly didn't want it to be a story about my father and myself. So I did this first draft and I read it for my director, Corey Madden. And Corey was like, it's great, but it's very impersonal. How do we make it personal? And I was like, oh, no, it's not about me. And she's like, make it about you. Next draft needs to be about you and your father. Go. And so I was sent back and I had to tell my personal story, which is very scary because the reason why I like being an actor is I get to hide behind someone else.
Totally.
And so I couldn't do that with this play. And each draft, she made me go deeper and deeper and deeper. And so it's now a play about historical trauma, intergenerational trauma, and, of course, what it means to be a Cherokee woman today. But it's also, it's a vital part of our American history. And I feel we're at a turning point where, a lot of states are rewriting history or trying to.
Yeah.
And I feel we need to acknowledge what we've done because that's the only way we can start working to creating a better future. And it's universal. It's, in a weird coming-of-age story. It's also, it's funny. It has moments, it's, and sometimes it's not intentionally funny because I'm not intentionally funny. It's the awkwardness of having to navigate these two worlds. And I feel like there's so many, people in this day and age that are doing that, having to navigate two worlds. It may not be, two different ethnic/racial worlds, but you have to navigate something.
Yeah. And
how do we do it? And we don't always live up to be our best selves when we're trying it. And you have to embrace the failures as much as you have to embrace the victories. And honestly, if there's anything about this play, it's about me failing a lot.
Yeah.
I fail constantly throughout this play. And yet I still keep going and, I discover some truths about myself that I wasn't really willing to deal with. And, my father and I, we're the same person, which means when you travel with someone that's just like you, you're going to butt heads often. And how do you, it's a father-daughter story. It's a coming-of-age story. It's, dealing with the hand that you're dealt and how do you get through that and how do you overcome trauma.